Good morning, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Nielsen. I'm going to do the morning message with you today. Ready? Good morning. Today is Wednesday. Do you remember what letter Wednesday begins with? W. That's right, W. Wednesday. Who remembers what month it is? It begins with A. We have a little girl in our class that her name is this. What is it? April. That's right. April 22nd, 2020. What does that number mean? Who remembers that? That's right. It's the year. Well, our weather is going to be sunny today. Hooray! And 51 degrees. We are learning about plants. I know Mrs. Bargelini and Mrs. Hamano already taught you a little bit about plants. And now, today, we are going to learn how a seed becomes a plant. Could you see that screen? We're going to learn how a seed becomes a plant. This is called germination. And this is exactly what we're going to learn about. We start with the seed and how the seed starts to open up and make roots and then grow bigger until we have a full-grown plant. So to learn that, we're going to read a book and then we're going to do a little project afterwards. We miss you guys and we love you. Are you ready to listen to our book? Okay, let me just shut down this screen here so we could see. I'm going to put it to sleep. And now today we're going to read the book One Bean. Could you see that book right here? One Bean. That's the title. A bean. What do you think it's going to grow into? A bean. And it's by Annie Rockwell. What do we call the person who writes the book? That's correct. We call her the author. And there's some pictures in the book. And the pictures are by do you remember what he's called, or she? The illustrator, by Megan Halsey. Are you ready to find out about this bean and what happens to it? I'm try to keep it nice and centered here for you so you could see all the pictures. Let's begin. Okay, here we go. I had one bean. It was dry and smooth and hard. Kind of like the bean Mrs. Nielsen's going to use later on when we do our little project. Yeah, one bean. What do you think you should do with that bean? Well, he could cook it and eat it maybe, but I don't think that'd be enough to fill his belly, right? Let's see what he's going to do with the bean. I put it on a wet paper towel. See over here? Here's a paper towel. And you put it on a wet paper towel. Why do you think he's putting something on a wet paper towel? He's got to think about that. Then he covered it with another wet paper towel. Soon, its skin had turned all wrinkly. You know, like when you go in the bathtub and you're staying there maybe just a little bit too long, your skin looks like it's starting to get wrinkly, right? Well, the seed has some skin too over it, and it's called the seed coat. And when it gets wet, it gets wrinkly, and we're going to see why that's important later on. My bean had gotten fatter too. I think it got too fat for its skin because the skin split. This meant it was time to plant my bean. So he knew when the skin started to split that he needed to plant his bean. Could you see that okay? I hope you can. I filled a paper cup with black potting soil. That's just another word for dirt. Then I laid my fat, wrinkly bean in the cup and covered it with the soil. Do you think it will grow? Now remember, plants need some things in order to grow. So this is still just a seed. You put it in the soil. What else is going to happen? And what does it need? I watered it when the soil was dry. Even though I couldn't see my bean hidden under the damp black soil, I watched for it every day. What do you think he's watching for? He's watching for it to grow, right? Okay. Then, one day, just like in the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, have you heard that story before? Something wonderful happened. A greenish-white stalk poked up from the soil. My bean was dangling from the end of it. That means it's ready to keep growing. And it's going to fall off. And more things are going to grow. Let's see. Soon, 2 leaves grew on my bean plant. These were shaped like Valentine hearts. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful, that bean plant? See? And that's coming out right from the seed. More leaves. More green heart-shaped leaves sprouted. My bean plant grew bigger and bigger. It needed a bigger place to live and grow. So what do you think he's going to do with it? Is he going to keep it there in that little small cup that he put it in? I think he might go put it outside and make it grow really big. I filled a flower pot with potting soil. That was bigger than the cup, right? Very gently, very carefully, I took my one bean with its bright green leaves and roots spreading through black moist soil out of the paper cup. I planted it in the flower pot where it could stay. And I guess it's going to grow bigger in that flower pot. Don't you think? But in order for it to continue growing, you have to take care of it. And one thing we learned about it is that it needs sunshine. Sunshine shone on it and made my bean grow some more. Got to keep watering it too, right? One day, I saw lots of little green bumps on my plant. Those little green bumps were buds. What do you think is going to come off those buds? What's going to grow off those buds? I wonder. Buds, I've heard that word before. I think it has something to do with flowers, right? Let's see. The buds did burst open, and lots of white flowers blossomed among the green leaves. Oh, that looks so pretty. Look at that plant, how pretty it is. But I thought this was a bean plant. It grows flowers? Let's see what happens now. When the white flowers fall off, tiny bean pods hung in their place. Before long, there were lots of bean pods growing on my beautiful bean plant. And what do you think's in those bean pods? Inside of those bean pods, huh? What do you think might be in there? You're right. Those tiny bean pods grew bigger. And one day, I picked one. I split it open and looked inside. What do you think I saw? I saw some smooth and shiny beans shaped just like the one bean that I had started it all with. Just like this bean. See? One bean and grew a plant with many bean pods, and in the bean pods are more beans, which are seeds to grow new plants. I picked a few pods and ate the beans that grow inside them, and they were very good. The end. And that is how a bean grows into a plant, or a seed grows into a plant. So you can watch the next video, and in the next video, Mrs. Nielsen's going to show you how you can make this bean grow by putting it in a plastic bag with some water. How's that going to work? There's no dirt in here. Well, tune in to the next video and find out. Okay, we miss you and we love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.